The Sea of Sand.
The first light of dawn filtered through the dense canopy of Sylvarius, casting long shadows across the forest floor. Riven and I packed up our makeshift camp, the fire reduced to smouldering embers. The night had been long, filled with uncertainty and guarded conversations, but the rising sun brought a sense of determination and purpose. "We should get moving," I said, adjusting the strap of my pack. "The forest ends not far from here, and the terrain will change drastically." She nodded, her expression a mix of relief and trepidation. "Let's go." As we moved swiftly through the forest, the familiar sounds of rustling leaves and chirping birds accompanied our steps. I couldn't help but steal glances at Riven, admiring her beauty and grace. The way she moved through the forest with such ease and elegance was captivating. Her determination and strength only added to her allure, and I found myself increasingly drawn to her. The path ahead grew more open, the trees thinning out as we approached the forest's edge. As we emerged from the last of the trees, the landscape transformed before our eyes. Stretching out before us was a vast expanse of desert terrain, the golden sands shimmering in the early morning light. The abrupt shift from the lush greenery of Sylvarius to the arid, barren landscape was jarring, and I saw a flicker of unease in Riven's eyes. I glanced at her, noticing her hesitation. "The desert can be harsh, but it's the quickest way to reach the ancient temple you seek," I said, trying to reassure her. "We'll need to find water and shade as we travel. The heat will be unforgiving." The evening before, as we sat at the campfire, Riven had opened up to me about her quest. "I need to find the ancient temple hidden within the desert," she had said, her voice filled with determination. "Why this temple?" I had asked, intrigued by her conviction. She had paused, then looked at me with intense eyes. "The temple holds the relics and knowledge of Eryndor. It is said that within its walls lies the key to harnessing the magic that flows through the land. Only by unlocking its secrets can I hope to combat the coming darkness. My ancestors have guided me to this point, and I believe the answers lie there." Her words had struck a chord with me. The weight of her mission was clear, and I couldn't ignore the sincerity in her voice. Despite my own fears and the shadows of my past, I felt compelled to help her. "I'll guide you," I had said, making my decision. "But we must be careful. The desert is dangerous, and we don't know what else might be after the same knowledge." She had nodded, grateful for my support. "Thank you, Kieran. Together, we can face whatever lies ahead." As we marched towards the Sea of Sand, she took a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead. "I'm ready." We stepped onto the sandy path, the forest now a distant memory behind us. The sun climbed higher in the sky, its relentless rays beating down on us. Despite the heat, I couldn't shake the feeling of suspicion and curiosity that lingered between us. As much as I was drawn to Riven, I knew we each carried our own secrets and burdens. As we walked, the vastness of the desert stretched endlessly in all directions. The dunes created an ever-shifting landscape, and the horizon seemed to blur in the distance. Every now and then, I paused to scan the surroundings for any signs of danger or shelter. "Do you know this desert well?" Riven asked, breaking the silence. I nodded. "I've travelled through it a few times. There are hidden oases and caves where we can find respite. We just need to be vigilant." As the hours passed and the scorching sun sapped our energy, my thoughts wandered to the past events in Tempest Keep. My deeds had not gone unnoticed, and I feared the consequences of being recognized. The thought of someone catching up to me was a constant shadow, but I pushed it aside, focusing on the task at hand. We continued to walk, our conversations sparse but necessary. The harsh environment demanded our full attention, and there was little room for anything else. As we crested a particularly high dune, I stopped abruptly. "There," I said, pointing to a small cluster of rocks in the distance. "We can find some shade there and rest for a while." Grateful for the prospect of a break, We made our way towards the rocks. As we approached, Riven's eyes lit up with recognition. She hurried to one of the larger rocks and traced her fingers over a rune etched into the surface. "It's a door," she said, her voice filled with excitement and wonder. "There's something hidden behind it." I watched as she closed her eyes and took a deep breath, her hands glowing faintly with a soft, ethereal light. She whispered words in a language I didn't understand, and for the first time I saw the magic within her come to life. The rune on the rock began to glow, and the outline of a door appeared, shimmering with a mystical light. Riven's magic worked, revealing what had been hidden in plain sight. With a sense of awe, I stepped back to allow her to open the door. The rock shifted and slid aside, revealing a hidden oasis behind it. Lush greenery, a crystal-clear pool of water, and the cool shade of palm trees awaited us. Riven turned to me, her eyes wide with astonishment. "I did it," she whispered, a smile spreading across her face. I couldn't help but smile back, filled with admiration for her. "You did. This oasis will provide us the rest and resources we need to continue." As we stepped into the hidden paradise, I felt a renewed sense of hope. The desert's harsh beauty and relentless challenges lay ahead, but with Riven's newfound magic and our combined determination, I knew we could face whatever came next.